Let's now create this custom array class. It will extend built-in array class, it will have only one method, custom push, and it will not have constructor method. Okay, let's create it here below. Class custom array extends array. And here in the body of the class will be one method, custom push. It will have one parameter called new element. And in this method, we need to do following. We need to add new element to the array. Then we need to modify length property of the array, incremented by 1, and log this line to the console. Let's start with this part. Let me copy this string and let me add here console log statement. Here I will use template literal backticks and paste copy string and remove those double quotes. And here instead of element I will use $sign curly braces, and here will be JavaScript expression, and here we will refer to new element like this. Okay, this line will be logged at the end of this method. But before, we need to add this new element to the array. And this array will be instance of the custom array. And we will call this custom push method on this instance. That's why here we will again refer to this. And now we should decide how we can add new element to the array. So this in our case is array. And we need to add new element as a new element at the end of this array. And we cannot use built-in push method, that is method of the array class. How we can do that? We can easily do that in the following way. Square brackets, and here will be this dot length. And assign here simply new element. What will happen here? Let's verify this here in the console. Let's first create a regular array, const myArray equal to empty array, like this. And if I will use bracket notation, so myArray, bracket notation and number of the element that I want to add, let's add first element, it has index 0, and let's assign value 10 to it. If I will execute this, I will get updated array that will contain one element, and index of this element is 0. In the same way, I can add one more element, myArray, square brackets 1, and let's add now element 5. myArray, and now it contains 2 elements. In such way, I can also add any element at other indexes. For example, myArray, square brackets 7, and let's add element 3. And now myArray contains 8 elements. 10, 5, other till 7 are missing, they are undefined, and here you see empty. And last element is element 3 with index 7. And notice that length property was automatically updated when I have used this bracket notation. So now length property is set to 8. Okay, now if I want to add one more element to this array, at the end of it, I can use following syntax. myArray, square brackets, myArray dot length. Remember that now length is 8. Square bracket equal to 9. Enter, and now myArray contains 9 elements, where last element with index 8 is element 9. And notice that length property was again automatically updated. Let me show you one more thing. Let me simply set length of my array equal to 3. Let's execute this, and now let's access my array. Now it has 3 elements, where third element is undefined. And now length of the array is 3. Let's now try to increase length. So my array dot length equal to 10. Execute my array, and now array contains 10 elements, where elements with indexes from 2 to 9 are undefined, and length of the array is 10. If I will set length of the array equal to 0, I will simply remove all elements from the array, and now my array is empty. And if I will try to access element with index 0, I will get undefined. Remember that before, element with index 0 was this one, it was 10, but now it is undefined. It means that in JavaScript, under the hood, lengths and elements of the array are bound together. And each time when you add or remove elements from the array, length property is automatically updated. Same in opposite way. When you change length property, array elements are also updated. They can be either deleted or added as undefined elements. That's the way how it works behind the scenes. Okay, so what happens here in our example on this line? We access element in the array by index this.length. And if current length is, for example, 2, it means that array has 2 elements. And if we use such reference, we will create new element with index 2. And it will be third element in the array. And its value will be new element. Okay, let's leave it as it is now, and let's create new instance of the custom array. Const first instance equal to new custom array, and without any arguments, simply like this. This will create empty array. That will be instance of the custom array and instance of the array. And here below, let's use custom push method. First instance dot custom push, and here let's push element 1. And here let's log to the console first instance. Let's save, and here we get first this console message. New element 1 was just added to the array. And that is the result of this console log statement. And here we get instance of the custom array. Here it is. Let's expand its prototype chain. Here is custom array.prototype, and here is array.prototype. And now, as you see here, this instance has one element, and length property was updated automatically, because we have not set this length property here in this custom push function. So why this happened? Let me add 2 more console log statements here. Console log template literal backticks initial length is $curly braces this.length. And let me add console log statement after this line. Console log updated length of the array is $curly braces and same as before this.length. Let's save, and here it is. So here we get initial length is 0, and here we get updated length of the array is 1. It means that if you use bracket notation here, and when even this is instance of the custom array, under the hood JavaScript will update length property automatically. It means that you don't need to care about this yourself. It will happen automatically. Even if you don't use push method, we use simply bracket notation and assign value to the new element like this. Let me add here comment. Length property is updated automatically. Okay, let me also add comment here. So here will be array with one element. Let's add one more element here. First instance custom push, and let's push element 10. Console log first instance, and let's save, and here we will get updated array with 2 elements, 1 and 10, and length was again updated automatically. So here is array with 2 elements, 1 and 10. But what will happen if we will update length property for example, here and set it equal to, let's say, 5. This dot length equal to 5. Let's save this. And here we see strange result. Now there are 5 elements in the array, but element 10 is missing here. So what happened here? Let me scroll up. Here, when we called this method first time, here, we added first element to the array. And we have set length property of the array equal to 5. It means that here we have array with 5 elements, where first element is 1 and all other are undefined. And next, when we called this function once again with argument 10, array already has length 5. And on this line, we add element with index 5. That is the 6th element in the array. That's why here you see message updated length of the array is 6. This length was updated automatically. But here we again set length property of the array equal to 5. It means that all elements in the array with indexes greater than 4, so indexes 5, 6 and so on, will be automatically deleted. And in our case, element 10 has index 5. That's why here we don't see this element 10, because it was deleted due to change of the length property here. Okay, let me delete this line and let's try following. Let's finally try to rename custom push to push. Let's do that here. I can simply double click on custom push, then right button click and change all occurrences. And here simply type push. Let's save and you will see that custom push was replaced with push everywhere. Here as well. And here is the result. Let me expand this last array, and it contains 2 elements and its length is 2. And here we see all console log messages as before. It means that this custom push method that is located in the custom array class has higher precedence than push method in the array. Let's prove this simply commenting this section out. Comment, let's save, and here we see this result. We don't see any console log messages, we see only updated arrays. It means that now push method that is located in the array.prototype is used. Okay, let me uncomment this section and let's get back to custom push name for the method. Let's save and let's summarize. In this challenge, we have created new custom push method. And this method not just adds element to the array, but also log to the console this line. And we have discovered that length property of the array will be updated automatically behind the scenes, even if you don't use push method and use simply bracket notation like we did here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this challenge. Now let's move on, and next I would like to show you real-world application of ESS classes. And we will talk about classes in React. I will show you some examples and you will play with them yourself. Okay, see you in the next lecture. Bye-bye.